like, I do a lot of car shows and stuff like
do
that. We do we do charity
Okay.
car shows. So I'll do modeling for the car show for free, not charging. But I do get paid. Like, people will do, like, private message me and be like, hey, I would like you to do this type of photo
But you do
shoot.
have like the shoots that you just do where you just pay someone to take photos of you?
Yeah. Somebody will pay, be like, hey, I want to see you in this outfit doing this type of modeling, and then they'll get like
What?
select
Oh.
photos.
That's what I
and
do.
then-
So wait, so
That's what I do.
I don't take my clothes off.
I call that a custom.
I don't always have to
Yeah,
take, like,
it is. But
And
it's,
so what you're
just to
comfortable with.
establish, so you do get paid by people to take photos that are like sort of sexually explicit?
no, I would not say that my photos
In
are
your
sexually
lingerie.
explicit. Yeah, lingerie.
Sexually
but-
Depends who
but
just
I'm-
thinks it's explicit
But
or
I'm not.
You get paid by who though? Directly to the customer or like by an agency?
Sometimes, yeah, both. Sometimes
Wait, so
I
someone-
get paid by an agency to go and do a shoot or go and walk a runway or whatever, or go and work a car event. But then I also have people that private message me that want me to model with their cars or do whatever, like with their
You're doing
car,
what I do.
Motorcycle, boat, whatever it may be, and they pay me specifically to model.
But do
with
you just
their-
do it like in your living room, just you in lingerie?
No. It's usually like public. It's usually multiple people on a set. It's all professional.
Normally with the theme of cars, that's pretty much always.
Yeah, a majority. I do some cosplay and stuff like that. But I mean, yeah, majority cars. That's just.
It's kind of the same thing.
It's kind of the same
like
It
thing.
is. No, and
to
that's
be
what I'm
fair,
saying.
I feel like you're judging them, but you're kind of doing the same thing. It's just
a
that you're
strippers
not
versus
showing
OnlyFans.
nudity.
Well, and that's
Like, because
the-
I'm comfortable being
not
naked,
that there's
I'm
anything
worse.
wrong with it.
I mean, I'm
I
comfortable
think
being naked.
everyone should be free to make their own choices and stuff. But I think that it's not fair that you're judging them when you're kind of doing the same thing.
I mean, it's
Lawyered.
because not all OnlyFans models do nude
No, and I
content.
said
you could do
No,
what
and
you
a
do
lot of
on
people do
OnlyFans
exactly
for more money.
what you do, but have a paywall behind it.
But
Yeah.
the difference that I see is that, like, I won't, like, once it's, I don't know how to.
But
I
you're
guess-
selling pictures of you in your underwear. You could put that on OnlyFans tomorrow, make more
I think
money
that there
off
is
of it,
a-
and it's
there-
the same
there's a
thing
good-
that you were already doing.
It's a good point that you guys have got in the sense that it is like philosophically the same
No, I
thing.
agree.
But I think, like Brian said before, it's about perception as well. And if somebody says like I'm a model for cars, it's much less of a red flag than it is to say I'm an OnlyFans model.
So she's
sure.
spinning herself, right?
Well,
Or selling
She's
herself,
spinning and
right?
selling herself.
What do you
bit.
mean?
Well, it's like she's, if you were to go on a date with a girl, right? And a girl tells you, okay, yeah, I do OnlyFans.
Yeah.
That sounds bad, probably, right? To most men.
It sounds like what it is.
Yeah.
Well,
right? but if she were to say, oh yeah, somebody can private message me and I'll take private photos and lingerie for them and send it to them for
no,
money.
it will
But
never be in my
it
bedroom.
just
or
depends though. Like,
but
hold on.
It's not like I'm taking selfies and selling it to somebody. It's I'm going on a set and shooting, and I'm also posting those publicly,
Same.
and I'm also.
But how is that person using that photo? But
Yeah,
like,
what are they
like,
using
and,
that
and I'm
for?
not saying there's
Poster in their
nothing wrong with
bedroom?
what
Yeah.
you're doing. Absolutely, by all
Totally.
means. Like, I think photos in lingerie is the most empowering, most like thing someone can do, right? Boudoir photography is essentially
I think
what
we were
you're
talking
doing.
about it from the male perspective, though, in terms
But-
of like if it's a
and
red
that's
flag or something. You
where
guys are
I'm-
having the discussion between
Well,
yourselves.
that's
I'm
where
trying to tell
I'm
you
going.
what the
If I could finish my point.
Is it from the male perspective
Yes,
or female perspective?
that man.
You're
you
going
are
to tell
take-
me from the male perspective.
I'm
Okay,
saying I'm saying the photo that's being taken is with that person's car, bike, motorcycle, which they think is which is their possession. So having a beautiful woman dressed in lingerie next to a thing that brings them joy, that might sexually arouse them. You don't know what they're using those photos for, where that content's being posted. So I'm saying, from the general perspective, looking at what that person's using that photo for, it's relative.
What I think though is there's probably still going to be plenty of men that would object to what
Definitely.
you're doing because
Yeah.
there is to some degree
That was the
immodesty
point, yeah.
in what you're doing.
No.
However, well, I mean, if you're posing in like bikinis and stuff, like there's definitely conservative men that are going to be like, even like you might not be nude, but it's just
I would
you're,
say
you're
that's-
immodest to some degree.
I would say that's like literally 5 to 10% of my photos. All of my modeling photos, I'm genuinely fully clothed. I would
Okay.
say I
That-
have a very, very small
Sure,
percentage
that's fine.
lingerie. I don't actually prefer to do that. I don't really.
Sure,
I like
that's
to
fine.
keep it private.
That's fine. But what I would argue, though, the
Yeah.
differential between what you do and OnlyFans, you are there's like a different layer of
Boundaries.
separation
Yeah.
because on OnlyFans, these men are then messaging you, and you are basically trying to like, okay, how can I message this guy to try to pull as much money from him as possible, whether that's through flirting, whether that's through like trying to get him
She's
to
setting her prices.
Yeah, but I have one set price. It's not like they can pay me more.
Donated $100. Let's not be silly, Red. In the future, her kids will not be bullied or punch another kid because she has nude photos or being run through or pole smoking sex acts online.
Damn.
It is,
Word.
it is a difference
Thank you,
between
Grid One.
actually
Thank you.
having boy-girl content online and...
Oh, and I'm sorry.
No,
what I
that's
started
I'm
to
saying,
say
but,
in
like, I was
regards...
just
But you've got a good
picking at
point, though,
her-
that there has been conservative guys.
Also,
I was picking.
I just want to say
at the point.
something
It got
about
bigger
Grid
than
One.
I meant it to be.
I just want to tell everybody, Grid One, he like talks a big game, but he drives a Toyota Prius. Just saying. Go ahead with your point.
I was wondering what he drove.
Yeah.
Oh, what I was starting to say was,
A
yes,
Subaru
people can.
Outback also, yeah.
I have set prices, but my price is, let's say, I'm just gonna throw out random number. My price is okay. It's $100, and you're gonna get 10 pictures, and that's it. It's those pictures that I choose to give you. It's not you choosing. Hey, I want you to do this and this and this.
What?
And this,
You don't know
and
my model.
No, but I
hey,
know that
wanna
you-
see pictures of me in socks.
But I know
I would
that-
love to do that for you. Here's 10 pictures for $100.
Yeah, but it's not.
How much?
It's
But then you
not.
can people. But don't people
What's
have
up?
conversations with you? Don't people have conversations? They can get to know you more. They can have
Oh my God, my
conversations with you while you're live.
pictures.
I
And
don't.
that's based on your like.
I'm
I
just
run my
showing
page how I want to
parallels.
run my page. If I don't
Yeah.
want to have an in-depth, if I don't want to have an in-depth
I
conversation
know.
with
I'm
someone,
getting saucy.
then I don't have an in-depth conversation. Like I run my page
Jacama.
how I'm most.
We must
comfortable
read this
doing
from
that.
Jacama.
Oh, 6
Jacama has returned. Okay, 6-year marriage. I kept my assets, no alimony, $3K or something on my Amex, Utah.
He must have killed her.
6-year marriage, kept my assets,
He must have caught a body.
3K or something on my. Yo, shout out to all the women who been in long marriages and get divorced and don't ask anything of the men. Shout out to the queens.
Isn't Utah
Shout
known
out
for
to
polygamy?
those queens.
No, well, they're known for
think so.
Mormonism. Yeah.
Word. Yo, Modest Jacama, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Okay, we have Stifler here. Ask everyone to rate their looks on a scale of 1 to 10. Okay, go.
I
You
would say
first.
like a 7 or an 8.
Same.
Same. Yeah, I'd say 7.5 or 8.
Yeah, 7.5. 7.
Sick.
I don't know. 6.
He'd be hive-minded and say 7.
Woo.
You?
7.
6. 6.5
We
on
are
a
all
good
the
day.
same guy. It's crazy. We're all so hot and we think we're so hot.
Okay, we have Laura. Laura, did I say it right?
Yes.
Is there an N? There's no N. You're
No,
not.
there's
You're
not.
not Lauren. You're Laura
Yes.
with an E.
Correct. No.
Oh, with an A.
The normal spelling.
Laura. I don't know why I put it.
With an E.
I don't know why I put it in.
It's very.
All
Normal
right.
spelling.
You think a lot of millennial women were told you could do anything growing up, but in reality, that became into you should do everything, which helped many of us at work, but not in relationships.
Yeah, I think because I'm in my 30s, right? So a lot of us, I think, grew up with a lot of expectations from our parents. And I see that playing out in the dating world where you might, as a woman, you're told you have to go to college, you have to get an advanced degree, you have to do all of these things. And these are very masculine traits.
Mm-hmm.
And when you go into the dating world, it's like you kind of realize that that's not what guys care about. So,
At all.
yeah, exactly.
We don't care.
Yeah.
We don't.
So I see, you know, I haven't been married, but I'm happy in my romantic life. And I see some of my friends struggle who are similar to me where they have advanced degrees. And I think they're like kind of spinning their wheels thinking that they're, you know, men are going to value them for their intelligence and their, you know, credentials and all this stuff. And it's kind of the wrong way to go about it.
I think intelligence is something that can make a woman more attractive, but when it comes to your career or finances, that doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I know
Just don't
women
care.
too that I think they, and this is across the board, but it's like women will go into dates with like checklists and they like treat dates as like